Hi there everyone. Right, today we're going to look at something called a frequency polygon. Okay, now if you're not quite sure what a frequency polygon, just look at a big background on what a polygon is. Well, a polygon is it's basically a shape with straight sides. All right, so a square would be classed as a polygon, a rectangle would be classed as a polygon, a triangle, not a circle because obviously that's curved, but a polygon is something with straight lines effectively. So if I'm going to draw a frequency polygon, it's going to have straight lines. All right. So it tends to be used to show a distribution of information effectively. All right. So because it is a distribution of information, we're going to be using midpoints of groups. All right. So when we look at the data, it'll make more sense when we're doing it. But ultimately, it will be kind of classed as group data, and we look at using the midpoints to do it. And of course, like I mentioned, because it's a polygon, it needs to be joined with straight lines. Okay. So let's have a look at the data we've currently got, and I should just show you quickly what we need to do. So we are looking to represent this amount of data. So you can see from the left-hand side here, we've got age and we've got the frequency. All right, so what we've got 4 people in between 0 and 20. We've got 23 people between 20 and 40, 20 people between 40 and 60, and 14, 60, 80, and of course 7 people, 80, 100. So what the idea of this is we're going to draw a graph which represents a kind of a distribution of those ages. All right, so obviously what we're looking for is where the peaks are and where the lower peaks are. So it'll give us an idea roughly in terms of where our age group sits. That's the kind of idea of it. Okay, but because we've got this range of 0 to 20, and because we don't know where to plot this number for, then we're going to use the midpoints of each of these to kind of plot it. All right, so here we go. So plot the midpoints of the ages with the frequency. So we're going to start off with 4, and you see that's the midpoint between 0 and 20 at 10. And then we're going to do 23 in the midpoint of 20 and 40, so that's going to go roughly around about there. Oh no, that's 22, isn't it? Good point, that's 23 there. 20 is going to go from between 40 and 60, so halfway is 50, so it's going to go where my cursor is now, hopefully. Good. And then 40s is 60s, one we've just done, so 60 to 80 between there and there is going to go up to 14, so there. And then between 80 and 100, so that's going to be 90, and it's going to go up to 7. Let's get this right. So it's 4, 6, 7. It's going to go there. All right. So once we've plotted the points, the idea was obviously polygon. It needs to be a straight line in between them. All right. So it's going to go from the left-hand side to the right-hand side with a bunch of straight lines. All right. They don't join up. It's not a line of best fit or anything like that. It literally goes from left to right. So from there to there to there to there to there. Okay. No, we don't jump around. We don't go anything like that. It goes from left to right. All right. And if you look at it, again, what we're looking at, if you try and consider what we're trying to represent, is we're trying to show where the majority of people are. All right. So as you can see from here, as people, there's a big kind of peak around about the kind of 30 age group. Around about here, and then of course it kind of tails off towards the end. All right, so that kind of shows as a representation. Right? So that's the kind of purpose of frequency polygon. So not overly complicated, not really kind of difficult. You're going to get a bunch of data. It's going to be grouped. You're going to use the midpoints, and then of course it's just a case of plotting them accurately on the graph, looking at the scales. All right. Well, if you need practice on it, please visit maths-school.co.uk. As always, the link is at the bottom of the page. And there's a bunch of questions on there for you to have a go at. Okay, thanks for listening.